Imagine a world forged by one man's ambition. This is the story of Rome, not the Republic, but the empire, and the architect behind its grand design, Augustus Caesar. Our journey begins amidst the marble and majesty of ancient Rome, under a sun that seems to shine just for this eternal city. From the Colosseum's shadow to the Pantheon's dome, every stone whispers a tale of power, genius, and destiny. But before the emperor, there was a boy, Gaius Octavius. Born into a respectable but not prominent family, his life was forever altered when the most powerful man in Rome, his great-uncle Julius Caesar, saw in him a spark of greatness. Caesar's will named the young Octavius as his adopted son and heir. Suddenly, at just 18, he was thrust into the treacherous heart of Roman politics, inheriting not just Caesar's immense fortune, but his legendary name and the loyalty of his legions. This was no longer just a boy. This was Gaius Julius Caesar Octavianus, and he was determined to claim his birthright, navigating a world of seasoned senators and ruthless generals who saw him as little more than a pawn. With Caesar's assassination, Rome plunged into chaos. A power vacuum emerged, and three men stepped forward to fill it, forming the second triumvirate. There was Marcus Aemilius Lepidus, a powerful politician. There was Mark Antony, Caesar's charismatic and brilliant right-hand man. And then there was the young, calculating Octavian. They carved up the Roman world between them, united by a common goal, to hunt down Caesar's assassins. But this alliance of convenience was a fragile one, a partnership of rivals where trust was a currency scarcer than gold. Beneath the surface of their shared power, a deadly game of ambition was playing out, a slow-burning conflict that would ultimately pit these titans against one another for the ultimate prize, sole control of Rome. The simmering rivalry between Octavian in the west and Mark Antony in the east finally boiled over. Antony had aligned himself with Cleopatra, the captivating Queen of Egypt, and their combined power presented the ultimate threat to Octavian's ambitions. The world held its breath as two of the largest fleets ever assembled converged off the coast of Greece, at a place called Actium. This was not just a battle for Rome, it was a clash of cultures, a struggle between the old Roman order and a new Hellenistic empire. The naval showdown was immense, a chaotic ballet of crashing oars and catapult fire. The turning point came when Cleopatra's squadron inexplicably broke formation and fled, with Antony, bewitched and besotted, abandoning his men to follow her. The result was a catastrophic defeat for Antony and Cleopatra, and a decisive, world-altering victory for Octavian. Their tragic end in Egypt would become the stuff of legend, leaving Octavian as the undisputed master of the Roman world. With his rivals vanquished, Octavian faced his greatest challenge: how to rule a world he had conquered by force without appearing to be a king, a title the Romans despised. His solution was a political masterpiece. He publicly restored the Republic while privately retaining ultimate authority. He adopted the new name Augustus, meaning the revered one, and fashioned himself the princeps, or first citizen. This marked the beginning of the Principate, a new form of government that veiled autocratic rule in republican tradition. It was under this system that Augustus ushered in an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana. He professionalized the army, reformed the tax system, established a fire brigade and a police force in Rome, and sponsored a building program so vast he famously boasted that he found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble. The Forum of Augustus, the Ara Pacis, and countless temples and aqueducts reshaped the city into a magnificent imperial capital, a testament to his power and vision. The Augustan age wasn't just about marble and monuments, it was a cultural renaissance. Augustus became a great patron of the arts, nurturing a generation of literary giants. Virgil wrote his epic, the Aeneid, which mythologized Rome's origins and celebrated Augustus's lineage. Horace penned odes that captured the spirit of the age, and Livy chronicled the history of the Roman people. Augustus also implemented sweeping social and moral reforms, promoting traditional family values and encouraging marriage and childbirth to combat a declining Roman birth rate. But behind the public image of the stoic, revered leader was a complex man. His personal life was marked by both strategic marriages and genuine affection, though often shadowed by political necessity. His long and seemingly devoted marriage to his wife Livia was a cornerstone of his reign, but his quest for a male heir was a source of constant personal tragedy. His only biological child, his daughter Julia, was exiled for her scandalous behavior. His chosen successors, his nephew Marcellus, his grandsons Gaius and Lucius, and his stepson Drusus, all died prematurely, forcing him to reluctantly name his dour stepson, Tiberius, as his heir. As his long life drew to a close, Augustus composed a remarkable account of his own accomplishments, the Residential Gesti Divi Augusti, or the Deeds of the Divine Augustus. Inscribed on bronze pillars outside his mausoleum, it was his final message to the Roman people, a carefully crafted summary of his 40-year reign. It was the ultimate statement of a man who had transformed a republic in chaos into a stable, flourishing empire, setting the course for the next 4 centuries of Roman history. So, as we look back at the grandeur that was Rome, we see the indelible mark of one man. Augustus was a political genius, a ruthless strategist, and a visionary builder. He ended a century of civil war, established a lasting peace, and created a template for empire that would be imitated for millennia. His legacy is not just in the ruins that dot the Mediterranean, but in the very foundations of Western law, administration, and culture. He was more than a man. He was an idea, the embodiment of an age, the first and perhaps greatest of the Roman emperors. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from history.